Right now in the Greater Hartford area, there is an online building permit system that didn't exist 4 years ago, which was created out of this performance incentive grant that we established out of the Moore Commission. The idea is that towns and cities, just the simple the ministerial function of handing out a simple building permit to the local electrical contractor or the plumber is something that takes a lot of time, requires a lot of paperwork. Well, these towns all got together under CROG, the Capital Region Council of Governments, and established an online system that towns can tap into. It looks and feels like it's every individual town's, but the contractors can go online and just submit their licensing information and a credit card, and they can print out their permit and go to the job. And so as a result, we have better compliance. We have more people pulling those permits, whereas they might have bypassed it because they'd have to spend an hour waiting in line in their towns. And towns are realizing more income. Okay, that's a perfect example of the situation, but that required money to hire the programmer to set up that program, right? So we have, you're right, there is a need for the state to provide potentially some seed money. But there are also other things that we can do just that don't cost money. Let me talk about Board of Education, for example. We could be saving millions of dollars, in my opinion, on school bus transportation if we regionalized contracts for school transportation. You know the reason why we can't do that in Connecticut? Because every single school district has a different school calendar. And so it's impossible to put out a contract on a multi-town basis because every town has a different school calendar. Why can't we create regional school calendars? Is life that different between towns that boards of education can't come together with a common calendar and thereby realize the savings that on transportation and other things that could be realized from that? That doesn't take money. That just takes will. And I think those are the kinds of things that we need to do this year, starting now, starting July 1st, because that's where real savings can occur. And it's just been inertia in some cases, resistance in other cases. We don't, I'm not going to cast aspersions on the reasons why it doesn't happen, but now is the time it's got to happen.